Hello, people of the interwebs. This is Garrett with the Protectors in Southern California.
Formia?
Hello, people of the interwebs. My name is Garrett, here with the Protectors in Southern California. Today we're filming at Micro Hoggy Shooting Enterprises in Corona, California. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to zero an AR-15 chambered in 5.56 or 2.23. In the event that you don't have a zero target, you can use a projectile of 2.23 or 5.56. Now for over here, you'll see I drew this little dot above here on my target. The way I measured this is you take the case here and you want to line it up in the middle. Should be about there. So for my 50-yard zero on a 25-yard range, I want to aim at this black dot here, and my rounds should impact here. Zeroing's kind of weird, but in the event that you don't have an actual zero target or a range that has the length you need for specifically the AR-15 in this caliber, that's an easy little redneck hack for you. Now, why is zero important? Well, if you decide you need to shoot something, or you just want to go to the range and have some fun, it's incredibly important that your projectiles go where you want them to go. In this case, I want them to go in the center of this target. So I need to make sure that my scope is going to be aiming there. Now, the scopes do come with preset zeros, although I've yet to see one that's accurate. And length, caliber, that kind of stuff, it all affects where your round is going to impact. So when we're talking about zeroing, one thing to consider as well is what type of optic you have and how you make the adjustments on it to get your zero. On this one, this is your yardage, which is up and down, and this is your windage, which is left and right. You can see they have little arrows on them that tells you which way you have to go. If you get confused, just start trying and make a couple clicks here and there. You don't want to just turn it all the way to one end and all the way back, because that'll put your shots way off target and make it really difficult. If you have a dot like this, usually they'll have something like this, which you need a little tool that they all come with. Each company will send you the tools that you need to make the proper adjustments on your optic. See, up and down, left and right on the side. So they do make it incredibly simple to make these adjustments. And again, you just want to put it on, slap your optic on your gun in a spot that will give you good stability. That being where the handguard meets the upper receiver here. You want to have your optic sitting on the upper or the handguard. It's better to have it further back on your gun. As you can see with both of these, this is a better example because it's just a little clearer to see right here where the handguard splits from the upper receiver. As you can see, I have this mounted, right here's my mount, and I have it mounted on the upper receiver. The reason being is that won't flex or move. Like this can move, even though it's free float. It can still move and all that kind of stuff. So it's just less things that can go wrong when you're shooting. Those little movements make a big difference, especially at longer ranges. But with that being said, it's enough of me talking. Let's start shooting. One thing that you should know about zeroing as well is you want to shoot in 3 to 5 round groups, and you're going to take the average point there and make your adjustments accordingly. I previously have tried to zero this, but I was having issues with the rifle. I think it was about the buffer weight I was using. I have zeroed back then, but I'm just confirming my zero now. Which is always important to do because sometimes optics can drift on you, and you want to make sure that you have an accurate zero. Good news, it looks like the rifle's working properly. And as you can see, I'm aiming here. So this would be a 25-yard zero. So this would be a flyer right here. Looks like I ended up taking 6 shots because my lizard brain can't do math. But this is a pretty solid group. So what I want to do is move my optic a little bit over here. And then I want to move it down to try to land my rounds here with an aim here. But overall, I'm happy with that group. Let's make the adjustments and try see how we do. And so as I said earlier, this is why you check your zeros. It looks like it was close to being re-zeroed for 25, which is fine. So since I need to go left, we're going to move. That should be decently close to where I want to go, and I need to go down. Now, it's advised if you're doing this for the first time that you want to move one or the other. I've done this a bit, so I'm going to cheat with some ammo. But if this is your first time zeroing a rifle, it's better if you just move one or the other. That dials in, and then make your adjustments after that. Safety first. That group was a little less tight, but as you can see, I got my left and right down to a T. The group is a little spaced out, and apparently I can't count to 5, so that's nice. But now I just got to move it down a little bit. I'm going to assume that this is my general center of this group. This little fist-sized group. That's kind of what you're looking for. But with a precision rifle, this is just hot garbage. So I'm going to tighten that up, move down, I don't know, 3 clicks maybe, and get that zero dialed. Our adjustment's going to go down. Wait, that was up. Lizard brain. Our adjustments are going to go down here. So I'm going to go the opposite of the U. I'm going to do 4 clicks. We're going to try this out and see how it works. All right, round 3 it is. Looks like I had 1 flyer to the right here, and I'm gonna have to go down another couple clicks, but this was about what I got. So now, if I were a smart person, use my handy dandy pen here. What we're gonna do, this thing will work. What we're doing is circling our holes so we know what we shot. And this, if you're using the same target, will help kind of mitigate some of the confusion that you'll have, especially when you're doing zeroing. Pens make your life so much easier. Okay. Now I know that this is what I shot. So I said I'm gonna go a couple more clicks down and try again. Make that a little fatter, easier to see on the dot, the crosshair. I'm gonna move it to the left, 1 click, and we're gonna move down 3. So I had 1 flyer down, 1 flyer to the right here, And then I don't know if you can see, it looks like I got one more in this area, and then two right on top of each other, right above the bullseye. So I'm gonna do one more click down and just confirm my zero, but I think I got it at this point. What I don't got is a good pen. At this point, I don't think you guys need to see the adjustment. I just turned it one click down. Let's see if we got it here. Oh, we almost got that. I was actually, when I pulled the trigger, it was about here. So all those landed here with this guy, one little guy just being a jerk. So all those landing right here. I'll adjust it one more click, but I'm going to call that zeroed. I'm very happy with that. This has no scientific basis other than making sure that we're in working order now after months of it being me. Here you go. Here. Work. Forehead. It works. One quick note on zeroing rifles is, see, this one has a tripod on it. That gives me stability, and you want stability to zero your gun. Handgun as best as you can, rifles as best you can, because you want to take the human error out of it so you have a consistent zero. So now I know with this gun, as we've zeroed it, I know if there's any deviation from that zero, it's on as a shooter. Same thing with this one. But the thing I didn't explain is why I have this sandbag here. So, if you look at this sandbag, you see the gun's resting on it? That gives me stability. Instead of me having to pick it up, shoulder it, down there, go, oh, okay, there we go. So, that's the thing to note. You can go get these sandbags really cheap. You can use a backpack. If the table's high enough, you can use that. Necessarily. But things like that are really nice. Also, if you have either the 10x30s or 30s, these base plates from Magpul on the Magpul mags are excellent because it allows me to place this on a table and I have a relatively steady base layer versus magazines that don't have this, where I'm just hitting off the back here. I recommend those. They're really cheap. Magpul makes great products. I'm not sponsored by them. They don't pay me at all, but they do make amazing AR products. I've used several of them. As you can see, all the mags I've been using there, Magpul, those are the best rifle mags on the market, hands down. And they don't pay me to say that. I believe that, and I use those all the time. But that aside, just things you can consider as well. You can use a backpack. I've shot this off my backpack before. So there's ways that you can make your gun stable and take the human error out as much as possible. And you guys saw, I had some flyers even with this setup while sitting. It happens. Nobody's perfect. But I did the best I could to take my stupidity, lizard brain, out of the equation. All right, the reason I'm showing you guys this whole mess here that I rapid fired is to show, I was aiming about here and right in the center of his face. And this kind of shows why rapid firing a gun can be dangerous, because look at this. You can see I can shoot right here, right? See my spray heads, a couple not great ones, but you can see the cadence of my shooting before versus I'm just rapid firing that thing. And even from a bipod on a table while sitting, you can still see all of that mess. So that's why it's incredibly important to have a good zero and understand how fast you can shoot your gun accurately. And train. Get out to ranges and train. I offer classes. There's other great instructors out there better than me that offer amazing classes as well. USCCA, NRA instructors are good too. Just go find a good instructor. Find someone who can teach you. Every range will have instructors there. Look at the reviews. Find someone good. Anyway, I hope that you guys learned how to zero your rifles, and I hope you learned some other important things too. I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's always a lot of fun, especially when the stuff works after several months of it being in and out of the shop. And I just love mag dumping into trash. JK, don't do that. It's silly and wastes money. But this stuff is really fun. I love rifle shooting. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell because YouTube is weird and it's to all these silly things. And if you think that this video gave you some great information and someone else could benefit from it, please don't hesitate to share the video with your friends. Have a good one and say no to communism.